I believe it's elevated me from a position of hoping that there's a power that's caring for me and my family,
Right.
to understanding that there is.
Hello and welcome to interview number 29 of Whatever. And today we have another special guest, Don Feldheim. Don, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks a lot, Paul. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us. So,
Awesome.
Don, where do you live now?
We live in a little coastal town, I guess. Well, it's not so little, about 30 miles southeast of Boston along the coast called Marshfield.
Wonderful. And is that where you grew up?
No, we're from a suburb of New Orleans.
So what do you do now?
After I retired from the Mother Church, my full-time work became coaching Christian Science readers. It started when I was recording the Bible lessons for the weekly Bible lessons for the Mother Church for radio and TV. And after a while, some new readers came on board, and I was asked to start coaching them. That's when it started, and it evolved into an approach to reading I called Principles of Expressive Reading for Christian Science Services. I've conducted group workshops for Christian Science branch churches and nursing facilities. I help Christian scientists to want to write an article or an address, don't know where to start. So I support them in that. And every week I do I write about 500 to 1,000 word post for Facebook. It's a Facebook post, as well as a LinkedIn article. And what I do is try to choose something from that week's Bible lesson that's been a little challenging to me over the years or to my clients over the years. And I try to offer some ideas on how to strengthen our understanding and to improve our delivery of the text.
What blesses one blesses all, right? So I guess our subscribers can probably guess this answer to this question already, but did you grow up in a Christian Science Sunday school, or did you come to science later in life?
I did grow up in the Sunday school, and Christian Science has been in my family for a long time. My recollection is that when my dad's younger brother was about to be delivered, the doctor told my grandfather, you're going to have to make a tough decision because I can only save one of them, your wife or the baby. And he would not accept that. And so he talked to his sister, my great aunt, who was a Christian Scientist, and she got him in touch with a Christian Science practitioner. I guess that piqued my dad's interest because when he was 16, he read Science and Health, and ever since then he had thought it was and claimed that it was the most beautiful religion that he'd ever come across. And so when my sister and I reached Sunday school age, my grandfather suggested that they start taking us to Sunday school, and they did. And then they started my mom and dad started attending church too, and mom actually became a class taught student.
Awesome.
So it's been in our family a long time, and my wife's family too.
Awesome. We know that many people who go through Sunday school don't necessarily stick with science, or whether they realize it or not, that maybe they don't attend church. How did you make Christian Science your own then?
Well, I guess that started when I met my wife at a Christian Science college org meeting. And we liked each other right off the bat and started dating. And after we dated for a little while, we decided that no matter where this relationship went, that we would handle it through Christian Science, which we did. and it's held us in very good stead ever since. And um, I guess by the end of this year, we'll have been married 57 years. So it's working for us.
That's awesome. That's a great answer. So, Don,
And
why are you a Christian Scientist?
I guess I'm a Christian Scientist because I started out in it, and it's pretty much all I knew. Then at one point, when I guess when I was in middle school, I decided to go to church, a neighborhood church where my buddies went to church, and um, people were wonderful. I went to the Sunday school, really wonderful people. But I pretty quickly I realized that, good grief, I kind of knew a lot more about God and my relationship to God based on what I'd been taught and studied in the Christian Science Sunday school. So I pretty quickly went back to the Christian Science Sunday school.
Awesome. So you knew the truth and you were exposed to stuff that was not quite as complete in its understanding, and it made it much clearer to you that science was the truth.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Awesome. So now we're coming to my favorite part of the interview, where people talk about their whatevers, things that inspire them, help them grow as a scientist. I know that you have a diverse set of interests. So what is your whatever that you'd like to talk about today? What inspires you, helps you grow as a scientist?
Yes, I'd have to say that's my coaching work. I love it. I work with other Christian scientists every day, well, almost every day. And I work with the Bible lesson every day. It seems like almost it's 24/7 since I coach it. I coach the reading, and it's I love working with Christian scientists who want to learn more, who love Christian Science, who love God, love the Christ, and want to make the Christ and God a bigger part of their lives. And these people are inspired. They're open to God's word, and they receive it, and they share their inspiration with me, and I share mine with them, and together with the inspiration they share with me, I'm able to share that with other clients. And even though I've been coaching for over 30 years now, I learned something new from everyone I work with, no matter whether they're a CSB or relatively new Christian Scientist or a brand new reader. I learned something new from everybody, and it's a wonderful opportunity for me to grow. But I think the thing that really gets me excited is the aha moments, those moments of revelation when I'm working with someone and we come across a passage that we've both read hundreds of times and studied hundreds of times, and all of a sudden, just simply because we're applying these tools and techniques in this process, something new is uncovered, something is revealed, and it's like a light bulb going off in our minds, and that excitement of discovering something new and growing as a result of it, growing spiritward in our making progress in our spiritual and human journeys. That's really, really exciting.
That's awesome. And I know you've touched on it a little bit, but how have you grown spiritually because of this love of coaching?
I think the immersion, my immersion in it, has increased my familiarity, of course. But what I've learned from how our pastor's words have inspired me and how they've inspired my clients, I think it's elevated. I mean, I humbly say I believe it's elevated me from a position of hoping that there's a power that's caring for me and my family,
Right.
to understanding that there is. And being able to not just knowing that it's there for us, but being able to access it, and
Right.
to access that omnipotent love that God is, and that's all around us.
This has been an amazing interview. You are an amazing person. I
Oh,
would
very kind.
I would definitely recommend any of our subscribers who are readers in their churches to check out your Facebook posts, and I did a little. You've done a little coaching for me, and it's helped me
That was
think
fun.
about things differently. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our subscribers? Anything at all?
I've just found that Christian Science is an incredibly practical practice, and it helps us grow. I'm so grateful for everything that is done for me. We've never been uh, wealthy people, financially wealthy people, but we feel that we're extremely rich. My wife and I are having a wonderful life. We've got some wonderful daughters, and Jerry, my wife, is a much better Christian Scientist than I am, and so she supports me in my growth, and we're just extremely grateful. We feel very, very enriched from our practice of Christian Science.
You can't say it any better than that. Don, thank you so much.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate your
Enjoy
interest.
of course, enjoy the rest of your day.
You betcha. You too. Thanks.